Why did you create Travel Advantage?
Well, I'll tell you this. My whole life I was very, very passionate about travel. So I was born in Israel, moved to Canada when I was 7. Unfortunately, my parents didn't take us on very many vacations, and a lot of my friends did in the summer. Oh, we're going to Mexico, we're going here, there. So it was always a little bit of, not a jealousy, but like I wish I could go kind of a thing. So when I finally did travel after that first one, I was 16, I went to the US. And then after I went to university, I went to Holland to do 6 months. And that really started my huge passion for travel and for exploring and just really creating experiences. So after Holland, I moved to Panama. I moved back to Canada. Then I moved to Panama. I started a real estate business over there. It was a completely new culture, very, very fascinating. And then I made a decision to move to the United States. So I moved to Florida, and there's a lot of different things that happen in between, but when I decided on a service or a membership that I wanted to pursue, travel was just perfect because there's 2 main reasons. The first is my own passion, because I truly believe that if you're going to do something and wake up every morning, you have to be passionate about it. You can't just be passionate about doing a business. I believe that. That's for me at least. So travel to me was something I was passionate about. And then also the opportunity that presented itself. This is a global industry that's growing like crazy. You know, kids these days, when I say kids, people of 19, 20, they've already been to 10 countries. My own kids have been to 15 countries compared to my own life. So travel is growing. It's a multi-trillion-dollar industry. And to bring the membership model to travel is something that literally nobody's doing in a grand scale globally. So that's what sort of led to the decision.
Could you explain in 1 sentence or 2 sentences what is Travel Advantage about?
I'm going to give you 1 sentence. I'm going to try. That's my first sentence. So Travel Advantage is a travel booking engine. It's a booking platform where you have literally incredible prices on hotels, flights, cruises, car rentals. We have a shopping mall embedded as well. But rather than the traditional model, it's a membership-based model. So you have to be a member to access it. And in doing so, you have privileged access to these insider deals.
Why do you believe in this model?
Well, I think, first of all, the membership model is really where a lot of industries are going. You know, if you look at a company like Blockbuster, I'm not sure if Blockbuster was ever in Europe. It was a big deal in the US. It was how people rented movies. And then Netflix came along. They brought a membership model, and Blockbuster basically went bankrupt. You look at a company like Spotify. You know, we used to buy CDs, we used to buy cassettes back in the day. Now you have Spotify. So why not with travel? You know, it's the same concept where there's a membership model, but we're delivering incredible value, ongoing value for that monthly price that people are paying.
What are the greatest strengths of Travel Advantage?
I would say the biggest strength is, I would give 2 because they're equally as strong. So of course the first one is the value that we give people with the savings and the variety, the selection of products that we have all over the world. But I would say just as importantly is the community that gets created, because we have group trips that we put together. We call these life experiences because that's exactly what they are. These are experiences that people remember their entire lives. And there are group trips, anywhere from 50 to sometimes 200-300 people go as a group and really create times of their lives. And this is a big attachment that people have to Travel Advantage and a big reason people stay as members.
Can you give us an example of the craziest deals that we can find on your platform?
Yeah, I think, I would say we have a lot of options, but let's just focus on hotels because this is sort of our biggest selling. And I'll give you one example. We had a few people that decided to do a group trip. They booked individually, they decided to do Dubai. This was September, which is a good time in Dubai. And literally the hotel, the regular price was in the neighborhood of $250, and they paid about $90 a night. So that's for 3 nights. So this is an example of probably about 60-65%. This was high season, Dubai, hot market, and this is all the time.
How is it even possible?
Well, so what we do is the traditional model is you have people going on a website, they see a room, let's say it's a well-known hotel name, and those rates are established by the hotel names. And those are the rates. It's like when you go to a store and you want to buy a purse from Prada, the price is the price. Doesn't matter what store you go to. Now, because we are a closed group, we're a private membership group, we're able to offer competitive rates beyond what the hotel offers. So rather than make that markup on the margin, we pass along those savings to the members.
Why do you think it's important to offer an alternative to other tourism options on the market?
Well, I think, like, again, I touched on sort of disrupting the way things are done normally and bringing the membership model and bringing the experiential model. So I believe in anything you do, whether it's travel business, whether it's a wholesale business, whatever it is you do, if you're going to do it, innovate, try to be different, try to evolve the industry, and that's what we're doing here.
What is your vision for the future?
For me, the vision is honestly very simple. It's just to bring this to as many people as possible around the world that we can. There's nothing that makes me happier when I go on our Facebook and our Instagram and there's people holding the Making Wishes Real banner and the Travel Advantage banners and telling the stories, telling the testimonies, seeing those happy faces where truly their lives are changed. And I'll give you an example. When we have our events and conferences, so many times people come up to me and say, Yoni, thank you, you changed my life. And I say, how? And just by giving them this ability to travel, opening up these options, opening up the possibilities that, hey, there's a group trip happening, and it's at incredible offers and deals that people can go there. We have one of those. I want to see millions of those. That's my vision.
What is your strategy to implement your vision?
Well, the strategy is to keep doing what we're doing. So we have a very strong team and network of affiliates that promote the Travel Advantage brand. I'll give you one example that has come recently in light of some of the new social media out there. Very simply, there's people out there that are using platforms like TikTok that are showing simple demonstrations that is 20-second videos that are converting literally hundreds of people a month. So the key is just exposure. I believe that we need to continue pressing and exposing people to the offer. And that's why I'm here right now. That's why we continue to do what we do, and we look forward to continuing the path.
Is there any dream you would like to share?
For me, the real dream is to create a blue chip brand, a brand that's recognizable worldwide, and to create a legacy business. We're now 10 years old, and I want to be here 20 years and 30 years and 40 years from now, is to create a lasting legacy, a lasting business that is going to make an impact.
Thank you, Yoni. Thank you for your time.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Fantastic. Thanks so much. I did, yes. It was nice. It was fun.
Nice. You like it?
Yeah, look, it's fun talking about it,